6 left over crest, jump, 50, 3 left over crest.
Hi everyone, welcome back to another Dirt Rally 2.0 video, this time at Paskuri, Finland, in the absolute animal that is the Group B Audi S1 Quattro. There was a sense of shock and amazement that I managed to land the car there and carry on. I found this first sector the hardest part of the stage to learn. If you get frustrated and stressed quite easily, I would avoid this combo, but if you do want to get to the point where you're amazed at how immersive it can be, I'd try Finland in an easy car like an R2 or R5 or even the lower class H1 cars and just take it as slow and steady as you can as you're learning to control the car through the bends and jumps. If you wanted to try and tame this beast of an Audi, I'd suggest practicing it on tarmac, maybe a short Spanish stage. I'm generally a quite calm and collected person, I think, but this combo tested my patience to the max and this is the best I could do with it. I've included chapters, so there's the stage run in bonnet cam view and then the trackside replay and then a bit of a stage guide in cockpit view at the end. I hope you enjoy it and I'll see you in around 6 minutes.
1, go. Keep middle of a jump, 100, flat right of a crest and dip, 6 left of a crest long, opens of a crest, 100, flat right of a crest, opens of a crest, to keep middle of a jump, to keep middle of a crest and flat left, 50, keep middle of a jump, 120, flat right, to keep middle of a jump, to keep middle of a big jump and 6 left long, past house, 50, keep middle of a jump, to keep middle of a big jump, 150, care, 5 left of a crest, tightens 4 long, 50, crest and 4 left, very long, opens of a crest and 4 right of a crest, opens 6, extra long, narrow and 6 left long, opens of a jump, 150, slow, keep middle of a jump into 3 right long, opens 40, 4 left, opens 6, extra long, 40, keep right of a jump maybe, and 3 right of a crest, opens and crest, and 6 left of a crest, jump, into 6 right long of a crest, 30, early 6 left long of a crest, opens of a crest, 50, right of a dip, to flat left of a crest, jump, 80, keep middle of a jump, into 6 right long, opens, keep middle of a crest and care, 5 left, to keep right of a crest into sudden, 3 left, opens 6, extra long of a crest, 50, 5 right long, into 6 left of a crest, 50, 6 right of a crest long, 6 left of a crest, keep right of a 60 of a crest and 6 left, into 6 right, into 6 left of a crest, 50, keep middle of a jump, into 6 right, extra long of a bumps, tightens 3, into 6 left of a crest, extra long, 50, keep middle of a jump and 6 right, 60, 6 left of a crest, jump, 50, 3 left of a crest, opens, keep right of a 80, 4 left of a crest long, 80, flat right of a crest, 80, 5 left long, opens of a crest, 30, sudden, 4 right, tightens 3, opens 40, 4 right, 80, flat left of a crest, 50, 4 right, tightens of a dip, 150 of a finish, 6 left of a crest to stop.
used manual clutch and H-pattern shifter for this stage, and I found the clutch helped a lot with controlling the car through the bumps and jumps. If you don't have a shifter, then it should be fine with the odd throttle lift, slightest of throttle lifts here and there for the bumps, as you should have auto clutch enabled. Practicing steering inputs to correct it before and after the bumps, as it gets unsettled badly if the landings are not controlled. The first part, as you're building up speed, isn't too bad. Get up to 4th gear and you can see the bend there. Have a look at the line I take through the corner, and I change to 5th gear as soon as I land on that first jump, ready to power out. Watch how the car builds up speed until it gets unsettled through the bumps. That's when I ease off, as this turn needs to be timed perfectly so you can get the car in line for the very technical straight ahead. Just keep easing off the throttle so it can absorb the bumps. I almost lose the car with how unsettled it gets, but other stage runs went better. Ease off on the slightest of steering inputs to get you through the car position for the next bump. Lift off the throttle completely for this big jump because it's unsettling at the end. I just give it the slightest of throttle inputs right before the jump. I managed to get a half decent landing. Just make sure you're landed and ready before you power out. This jump can be taken quite quickly, but the second one is slightly curved, so get central or slightly left to avoid the bank on the right. This one you have to brake well in advance and brake hard and get ready for the technical left-hander coming up. I managed to have a nice power slide through it with the slightest throttle input ready for it to happen all over again on the bend after. Just be very patient with the throttle. The second bend is deceptive. Brake just before this one and try to keep as right as you can. There's obstacles on the right, including a barrier that you have to straighten up to avoid before you can power out. 4th gear for this one. These posts can unsettle the car at times, so try to avoid them. Aim left and you should get through and ready for the first jump in this sector. Brake hard or ease off well in advance for this one. There's a 3 right on you immediately as you land, so you need to have patience on the throttle to get out of it. When you do, 3rd and 4th gear, but ease it gently on and off the throttle to get through it, ready for the next technical jump. Pretty much the same principle as the last one. There's a 3 right on you immediately as you land again. Patience is required on the throttle to get around this one. This part is sweeping and has a nice flow to it. On and off the throttle again to get you through. He says early 6 left here, but that bush can unsettle you. I get lucky with my landing and have to correct it quickly. The jump after is angled slightly left, but if you ease off slightly before it, you should land well, ready to power out, ready for the next jump. I got this jump wrong on this occasion, but it's another that's got a right-hander immediately after landing. I gave it an incorrect steering and throttle input just before it, but if it's done right, you can land with the nose ready to power you straight out of it. Brake for this crest, let it glide through the kinks, and the upcoming left-hander needs a hard brake and patience. But when you do power out, it's a fast section, and just listen for the slight throttle lifts. He says this one's a 5 right, but I'd say it's more like a 3. Again, brake and patience. I nearly spin out on exit, but just a lift off an opposite lock straightens me up again. Another quite fast sweeping section, this one. It can probably be done quicker, but at this point I was not wanting to wreck my stage at all, so I was a bit cautious. It's just throttle control and you can ease through it. There's so many jumps that have a bend right on you as you land. I thought this was one of them, but it can probably be done with a bit more speed. The right after is a 4 into 3. Go quite fast through the 4, but watch out for the braking point for the 3. Another fast sweeping section, but it gets unsettling, so just take it easy on the throttle. This is another one that needs a good brake, as there's another bend right on you as you land. The part after is just a fight with the car, and I get lucky. I do end up in a ditch, but I get away with it. Aim right, power through it, you should land fine. The part after is just third gear, so have a listen to the engine notes. I do eventually get to fourth, but then it's just a case of easing it over a tricky left-handed crest. Patience down the hill, down to third gear, ready for the final bend. As you can see, it's not perfect, but I settled for 1/57th as I was ready to move on to other things. It could have taken another 2 weeks or so to improve on it, and I'd already had 2 weeks at it. There's one Audi in the top 10, I think, and that was 7 seconds off the leader, who was in the more favoured for this stage Lancia Delta S4. I hope the video helped you out in some way. It is an amazing car when you feel like you've tamed it. Very, very frustrating when you can't. And it just needs so much respect, as I think it's probably just too fast. And needs an advanced dirt rally player to drive it, and I'm nowhere near advanced on it. If you have any questions, please ask in the comments. Leave a like and a sub if you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching, and I'll hopefully see you on the next one. Bye for now.